Chris Lotz with the Lotz Real Estate Group coming to you with another episode of Beyond the Keys, a solo Beyond the Keys with just myself. This video is about exactly what we're doing. If you're not business planning year to year, if you're not planning out your Q1, 2, 3, and 4 in business execution, and I heard somebody recently say this, that if you're not keeping track of metrics, what are you doing? In professional sports, if they ended every single season and said, who won? We don't know. We didn't keep track of the points. Well, what were the scores? What was the records? We don't know. We didn't keep track of the records or the statistics. No one would do that. And what would be the point of even playing a sport if you're not keeping track of what is actually happening game to game, day to day? Keep track of things. We have sat down December, end of Q4 2022, to really set in motion our business plan. And it starts with every single thing that we want to accomplish. Well, one, goals, expectations, metrics of listings, buyers, but then also two, how are we going to get those things? Those goals are great, but what are going to be the reps that we actually get to those goals? And it's about geofarming. It's about content. It's about sphere engagement. It's talking about sphere influence. It's talking about how many phone calls we need to make to get, or how many listing appointments we need to have before we get a successful listing, how many phone calls we're going to have with buyers, how many leads we need to actually get these closings. And when you break it down, when you work with a professional, those are going to be things that are easily come into play of what you need to do to be successful and hit your goals. Because if your goal is to hit 30 homes or 30 units in 2023, you can break that down to easy daily, weekly metrics, so you're either on track or you're not on track. And it comes down to calls and touches and what you need to do to actually get those calls and get those touches to be able to get those closings, whether they're on the buy side or listing side. So what are we doing to prepare for 2023? One, we've sat down and we've had a business plan to talk about budget, to talk about touches weekly, to talk about every single month of content. We have all of our content planned out for every single month up until Q4 2024. And we'll sit down in Q4 again to schedule exactly what we want to do for 2024. So business plan has a huge impact on that. Business planning also has a huge impact on every single 5 of these takeaways into what's going to make us successful in 2023. So the first one is work with accountability partner. We have a few avenues that kind of hit this metric. Personally, I have a business group and business colleagues that I'm associated with called Go Abundance. It's accountability. It's, trying to help young professionals live big and hit a lot of aspects of the life, and not just with work and profession, but personal life, travel, living free with financial freedom. And it's 5 guys. We have mutual interests in common to have financial freedom and live a free life financially, work for ourselves as entrepreneurs, buy real estate, travel to cool freaking places, spend more time with our family, and not have to work 80 hours a week until we're 90 years old. And that's a huge impact on my accountability to my profession, to real estate, to content, to weight loss, to anything of that nature. So that's a huge impact on my accountability when it comes to me personally. We also are a part of Tom Ferry Elite Agents Coaching. If anyone's ever been involved in real estate, they know the name Tom Ferry and they know his father. It's all about, professional planning, week-to-week accountability, and bouncing things off of a professional and a professional organization that is truly prepared to help you succeed in real estate. So when it comes down to accountability partners, we're covering that personally when it comes to health, fitness, mental, money, real estate investing outside of it, and then also our real estate profession. And to it, costs money to make money. I think people are very concerned with paying money for coaches. I think it's 100% tax deductible, 100% of it. And it also coincides to the fifth point. But if you're not learning, if you're not growing, what are you doing? I don't know. But for us, we are choosing to grow. We are choosing to be accountable. We are choosing to rise up and be the best in our industry, in our county, in our city, and in our region for sure, and in our office always. Team up with other agents. We always like to build relationships with other agents, and Pat's doing this, but then I'm also doing this on a micro level in terms of age demographic of other agents my age. I believe NAR said the average age of real estate agents is somewhere between 58 and 65. Don't exactly know what it is. Wouldn't be surprised if it was higher than 65, like 68. Are those agents completely active? Maybe not. Do they still have a license that may or may not be in escrow? Maybe. But there's a lot of agents that dominate certain markets and or have a great brand. And I understand that. But collaborating with younger agents, iron sharpens iron. It's only going to be beneficial for us and the other people within that mastermind that are going to rise up with great techniques and great ideas to accomplish all of our goals. At the end of the day, there's more business in Livingston County for all of these agents to have. Is there an oversaturation of agents? Maybe. But at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. Bouncing off ideas and skills with other agents, regardless of where they're at in terms of age, you can learn from every single person. But we're choosing to do that. We're choosing to team with other agents because you can't really be in this alone, and you can't win alone. We have spent a lot of money in the past in a lot of various different ways. So we definitely understand, what's the best ROI for us. We're choosing to put a lot of money back into our sphere and our clients and engage with those clients more on a consistent basis. Before Hannah and I showed up, Pat never had a CRM, a customer relations management software system. We never had a system or process in how we were going to continue to follow up or continue to touch our sphere. We have now incorporated that. We have implemented that into our business, and it's easier now more than ever. It's automated. But that's going to be a huge impact for not necessarily the business in the next 6 months, maybe, but the business in the next 5 to 10, 15 to 20 years. That's the impact that we're looking for. But we're taking a huge step back, putting money, allocating money back into our sphere. Because at the end of the day, when you spend money for everyone, there isn't the best correlated ROI, but taking that money and putting it into a sphere, we believe is going to be the best ROI. Because at the end of the day, if you have a tight-knit community of a sphere that's 1 to 200 people, that 1 to 200 people just need to refer you one person a year, or maybe half of those people refer you one person a year. That's 100 leads a year that are qualified, most likely, and very, very interested in purchasing a home. That's massive. We did 80, 90 units a year. If we had one person from our sphere recommend us as a real estate professional to their friends and family, we would have too much business to be able to take on. We're choosing to be consistent with our content. Obviously, we've taken a huge push forward with our short form content, our long form content and podcast. We're also stepping up in terms of technology. This studio is not cheap, but it's an investment that's going to take takes place today in terms of quality and giving back to our community and the information that we're getting to you. And I think that's a massive investment. You're going to make that investment at some point in time. We're choosing to do it right now. There's 3 cameras in here. There's studio lights. There's a backdrop. There's nice mics. There's chairs. There's desks. There's a lot of things that go in this production, but we see it as well worth the cost. And at the end of the day, social media is going nowhere. And if you're not choosing to be a part of social media today, you might miss that boat. We're choosing not to miss that boat. We're choosing to be involved in short form content, grow our community, be the eyes and ears of what it means to be the voice of Livingston County. That's what we're choosing to do. And like I said, 1 kind of coincides with 5. We're never going to stop learning. We are consistently going to seminars. We are consistently joining into Zoom seminars within our brokerage and within Tom Ferry's organization. We are consistently watching YouTube content to be up to date on all forms of real estate. And who does that benefit? Our clients. At the end of the day, NAR says the average agent sells 3 to 5 homes a year. We sell 80 to 90 homes a year. That's massive value that we're giving back to our clients. And at the end of the day, that's a huge differentiating factor when it comes to agent qualifications. I'd rather go to the dentist that does 90 root canals a year versus the one that does one. And that's not to say that one is not able to accomplish that goal, but there is a difference in terms of qualifications and capability of getting to the finish line as fast as possible. There's going to be bumps and bruises throughout any transaction, but we always try to say that at the end of the day, we are getting to the finish line as smooth as possible. For the most part, we're pretty damn proactive when it comes to solving problems even before we have to bring it up to customers. So that's what we're doing here for 2023. We're created a business plan. We're going to execute that business plan to the best of our ability. We have accountability partners to make sure that we're doing it every step of the way. We've teamed up with agents and organizations to make sure that we're professionals, to make sure that we're progressing forward. We engage with our database and clients on a consistent and daily basis that benefits them, whether it's monetary or informational. We're consistent with content, and we strive to be the best content creators here within our community. And we're never going to stop learning, because if we stop learning, we're going to stop growing, and we're going to stop being such great advocates for our customers every single day of the week. I'm Chris Lotz with the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Thanks for tuning in to Beyond the Keys, a Pat Lotz podcast. As always, buy local, use local, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to use those like, comment, and share buttons below. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Pat Lotz Real Estate for more helpful home buying and selling tips. Want a free comparable market analysis? Scan that QR code on your screen or visit our website at www.patlotz.com and fill out the request form. There's lots to love in Livingston County.